Okay, now the last speaker we have here tonight is Don Clary. Come on up, Don. He's representing, he's a campaign manager for Bob Antonacci, who's our New York State Comptroller candidate. So thanks so much, Don.
Thank you, Phil. Thanks to everybody here. Everybody's been hearing a lot of speeches. You'll be happy to know that mine will be very brief. Chairman, good to see you there. Congressman Turner, Mrs. Turner, and all of you of this great organization. I've really seen a serious political rally tonight. Bob would be here, but what he's been doing around the state are holding what he calls baseball fundraisers. They're small dollar events, and I'll explain how our matching system works. But he's in Poughkeepsie tonight doing one. Last night I was with him. We did one up in the Troy-Albany Capital District area. And he's been running around. He's got this mascot with this big head that, first of all the kids love. You know, you think about it when he said, well, I've got this mascot with a big head. I'm thinking, you know, I'm not so sure. Well, today in the Albany Times-Union on page 3 was the most beautiful picture I've seen of his mascot and him and a 3-year-old boy that's just in awe. It was just, so that was worth the price of admission right there. But let me give you a brief background on Bob. Bob is a CPA and an attorney. We've done some research. We don't think there's ever been a CPA that's been comptroller of the state. Which kind of, you'd think that would be almost a constitutional requirement.
Wouldn't want him to be overqualified.
And he's currently the elected comptroller in his second term in Onondaga, one of the largest counties upstate. That's Syracuse, to give you a sense of where it is. And he is a bulldog auditing frankly, it's the county executive's a Republican. So he's doing his job, doing it seriously, saving the taxpayers' money, which is what he brings to this campaign. He's going to be more than just a bean counter. He's going to proactively go after corruption. You have situations where the current controller, Tom DiNapoli, will highlight this great case. He says, we caught some treasurer of a volunteer fire department up in Boonville, New York. They stole $2,300, and we've got him pleading guilty to theft of services. When the real fire is in the New York State Capitol, where you have assemblymen and senators, and some of them, all Democrats, represent Queens, that what they do, they grant money to nonprofits, the money goes in there, they take care of their friends, they take care of whatever it takes, and that money gets wasted. Tom DiNapoli has not audited any of those folks, in large measure because he's a former assemblyman, a political boss. Shelley Silver put him in there, and he looks the other way. Bob Antonacci will not. Bob is taking part in an experiment that the legislature put together, something that Comptroller DiNapoli wanted, which was matching funds for small donations that are 6-to-1 matched. And Tom DiNapoli, who thought it was such a great idea, didn't think it was such a great idea when he realized he couldn't spend the $3.5 million he's raised from the special entrance. So he's not part of that, but Bob is, because he started late. And here's how the program works, and here's how you can help Bob Antonacci. There should be a card in everybody's bag, gift basket,
And,
and a form. The form is on the back.
and this?
Or that, yeah, that works too. It goes like this. If you give $10, it gets matched to reach $70. And the matching is from $10 to $175. For instance, if someone were to give $175, that's $1,250. But here's the rub, and that's why Bob is out doing the baseball things. The requirements are twofold. First, you need 2,000 qualified givers of at least 10 and less than 175. They don't need to be voters, they got to be New York State residents. That's the only requirement. And you need 2,000 of those. We're very close, and maybe with the baseball game he's got tonight, we may go over the 2,000. The harder part is to hit 200,000 of those contributors. So what I'll ask each and every one of you to do, if you could spare $25, which comes to, it ends up matching to 175. That will get us to the point where we get the 200,000, and when we get 200,000, which we should get in the next couple of weeks, the state of New York writes a check for $1.2 million. And with that 200,000, that makes Bob competitive with a guy who's got $4 million in union donations and other special interest funds. He's fond of saying that people say this, the empire strikes back. Under this program, the taxpayers strike back, because it'll be the taxpayers that, with small contributions, will start to clean up Albany and show that it can be done and it will be done. So with that, I want to thank you all. I really appreciate the opportunity. And again, I send Bob's regrets that he couldn't make it. Thank you very much. Thank you.